So, top of the morning, let me get right into what I have to say. So, you saw the thumbnail. And I'm going to tell you the simple reasons why professional wrestling sucks and always will suck. The simplest and most true reason is because you wanted to. That's not true. I don't want. I mean, I think the WWE feel where I'm going with this. You guys think you can define professional wrestling by using the WWE. You have these ridiculous expectations. You fantasize. I'm a very creative person. I wrote songs at one time. I did a lot of things, poetry. So I can write. I can do movie scripts. I can create characters. I can come up with things that I feel will be really appealing to people. Okay. But I don't run a wrestling company, and I don't call those shots. What we do when we give the news is we piggyback. We can piggyback off of what we've gotten and say, you know, when they did this, they could have did this or that. And guess what? We can have a lot of people agree with this. But for me, it's not about being picky. It's just the simple fact that when you look at what they give us, right? My mindset is, I'm not here to tell you what you should write about, how you should write your scripts. I'm saying, I'm here, I watch what you give us, and either I like it or I don't like it. And basically, we give our thoughts and reviews on what we saw and how we felt about it. You've never ever, I repeat, you've never ever heard me, like I told you in the last video, that heard me say, WWE is going out of business. Triple H should be fired. The Rock should be fighting. You never heard me say any of that shit. I simply don't have to watch. It's as simple as that. You guys are begging to be a part of something as if you have stock in the company. Like you have something. The only thing you invest is wasting your time because you're not happy with anything. You want it to suck because AEW sucks, NWA sucks, New Japan sucks, you know, Maple Leaf Wrestling sucks, MLW sucks, TNA sucks, everything. Stardom sucks, everything sucks. The WWE sucks. Now, true enough, I agree. WWE is in a sucky situation right now, but you guys don't understand. The mindset change. If you would learn to shut the fuck up and listen to people that know, you know, more than you do, seeing how this shit happens, wrestling changes. It goes through phases and stages through different generations. So if you're like 25 years old, just say for example, and you've been watching wrestling since you were like 10, right now, what you were used to watching Stone Cold or Rock, and then Cena coming after him, that's what you were used to. So to you, that was their heyday, right? That was the heyday for you. This is a different generation now. The writing, the vision that they have for their company is different. Nobody's telling you to force yourself to like it or pretend you like it. No. The reality is, there's nothing you can fucking do about it. Because you don't have a guy in charge that says, let me listen to my audience. No, he will only focus on what people are saying good. That's it. That's it. Otherwise, fuck off. Whereas a guy like Tony Khan listens to what constructive criticism is, not insults, and he works on the product. They've been doing a solid job. Do you know when you say things like, I'm glad that AEW had bots from WWE shut them down and do this and do that shit. They suck. They should be off the air. They should have never got a deal. All you are basically displaying is self-hate. Yeah, that's what you call self-hatred. How? It's hard, difficult, impossible for you to not watch what you claim you hate. So even those that don't like the current WWE. It makes them hate anything else even more, simply because they cannot honestly say that the WWE is interesting, it's entertaining, it's fun to watch right now, right? So what ends up happening is, instead of you just not watching AEW, you say it makes you feel good. I'm glad that this happened to them, that happened to them. Then you start bringing up companies like MLW. What a joke. TNA has been around, 24 years? MLW has been around for 22 years. Yet, nobody's ever come up to you and say, hey, man, we watching MLW tonight? Hey, come through, man. We having an MLW party. Oh, yeah, come through. We having an NWA party tonight. Hey, come over. We having a TNA party tonight. Nobody's done that shit to you. People do that shit around here with AEW and WWE. Nobody's come up to you and said that. In fact, let me explain something to y'all. This network or whatever that MLW Fusion comes on, they get like 14, 15,000 the most. Their viewership is low as fuck. They get far less viewership than TNA. Even with the partnership with TNA and NXT, TNA still can't get, they're doing like 70,000, 60, it goes back between that. They can't even get 100,000 people to watch. And MLW is far off the mark from that. Do you honestly think that trying to throw another company in, and listen, I'm not telling you shouldn't like MLW. The point what I'm telling you is, you sound stupid when you take a company that's far less successful than a company that you hate so much. Why don't you just turn the channel and not watch it? Because you're a slave to your own self. You need somebody to save you from yourself. And in fact, the machine has you so screwed up that you don't even understand your own way of thinking. So once again, when Rhea Ripley tell you guys that you're miserable, if you put this kind of effort into bettering your own miserable lives instead of criticizing successful women. Now, the fact that she made it sexist, okay, is what people are holding on to. But what she said was very powerful because of the truth. You are a bunch of miserable people. Because all you guys talk about is what you hate. The only reason I didn't cancel my Netflix is because they have a show called such and such, and I love that show. So wait a minute. You're paying an annual, you're paying a monthly fee just to watch one fucking show? You can't find anything else on Netflix except for one show. And here's the funny thing. You content creators that say that shit, not one time do you talk about the show that you claim you love so much. All you talk about is what is the stuff that you don't like. That's the only shit. So that's what you created a channel for? And if you say, no, at one time WWE was good, okay, but you still do movie reviews and other shit. It's just that all you seem to talk about is what you don't like. Now, you're not a miserable son of a bitch? You absolutely are. You absolutely are. If you don't understand, as a genre, once something becomes big, it's very difficult for anything to follow. Not that it can't be as good, just it won't get the acceptance. Because what's already been there first, well, if it gets surpassed by anything during the same time, that's a little bit different, because it's like, we grew up, your era sucks. This era is garbage, because our era, we just liked professional wrestling, period. We didn't care what it was, what brand it was, what federation. We just loved professional wrestling. And then we would see some of the same faces pop up in different places, so it was interesting. You guys sit there, Vince McMahon is the reason for this divide and conquer scheme. This whole, I'm only watching WWE, which, who cares? You know, the funny thing is, SmackDown's ratings has dropped, Raw's ratings has dropped, NXT's ratings has dropped. And like I said before, it's so funny how you guys do not report that shit. And even with this partnership with TNA and NXT, I just watched the episode of TNA where they got Alicia Fox over there. This guy, Robbie E., is some type of, I don't know, general manager or something, whatever. I don't even know what the fuck his role is. And I'm watching this shit, and all their characters are just a bunch of goofies. Just a bunch of silly, like, clowns. And even with that partnership, you know what I saw? I saw the TNA wrestlers in that ring performing in front of a building that was like 80% empty. Like 85% empty. And I'm just like, damn. But of course you're not going to talk about it. And I'm not even saying you should. It's just that I know if this was in AEW, oh, you guys would be all over that shit. And the thing that makes me laugh about all of these stupid comments that people make is, this is the most productive thing that you guys do during the course of your day. You want to rush home just so you can watch Raw. You want to rush everything else. You guys don't get no ass. You don't have a woman. You don't. You have nothing except for trying to live a fantasy and trying to rationalize something that's not even real. Wrestling storylines don't need to take all day. You want to watch fucking long storylines, you should watch soap operas. But you guys act like this is a real fucking sport. It's fake. You guys talk about who your favorites are. We don't care about who your fucking favorites are. You can sit here and talk about Becky Lynch is the greatest of all time, or Charlotte Flair, or whoever, and you got people that say they both suck. Who cares? I don't watch anything based on what you guys watch. It's all about what I enjoy, right? So when the only thing you can find to talk about is the things that you don't like, yeah, you're miserable, and you're the reason that all wrestling will always suck. Why? Because no matter how much we like something, there's somebody that don't. There's some things that other people like that we don't like. You know what I mean? But how you go about presenting your case about shit, it's real different when you have people wishing the downfall of a company. Yeah, Rhea Ripley should die, but Hulk Hogan should live, right? Racist piece of shit like him should live, but you guys want to see Rhea Ripley die. So these stupid comments, you're a fucking loser in life to even say some shit like that. Why? Maybe because you fantasize about it and can't have it. Who knows? But yeah, you guys come with the hate speeches and all that nonsense. And there's always the nerds that don't have a fuck, don't even use your face. You don't even show your faces on camera. You're a bunch of nerds, a bunch of super nerds that have nothing to do other than sit up and worship other people. And I feel like you're more angry, not because the product sucks, but because it's hard to worship these people. I want to be able to glaze them and bow to them and give them their flowers, because I have nothing going on in my life that I take more pride in than watching professional wrestling. And then you sit up, sound like a bunch of nerds giving these long speeches about how you grew up watching this shit. Who gives a fuck? If AEW got canceled tonight, if WWE and all wrestling got canceled tonight, the most that will happen is, damn, it's fucked up, wrestling's gone. Oh well, I won't lose any sleep over it, for sure. But the rest of you that come with these hate speeches and the fulfillment that you get of feeling satisfaction because a company went out of business, or the thought of a company going out of business, and wishing and hoping, what does that say about you? I'll just tell you this, though. When you wish hateful things on people, and I'm not talking about people, because I don't have no love for my enemies. I'm not talking about my enemies. I'm not talking about rotten people who, no, I'm saying just in general, you just want to see hateful things happen. Just remember, you got a mom, you got a dad, or maybe you don't. You got kids. There can be someone that hate your kids the same way you hate a company that's done absolutely nothing to you. And the same way, your kids, your loved ones, may need protection that nobody's there to give them because somebody hate them, but they did nothing to them. It's just something about them that they can't ignore them. They can't leave them alone. They have to find an excuse to try to cause some type of pain. And the same way a company can go away, somebody can want one of your loved ones to go away, period. And you'll be sitting there boo-hooing. But I'm going to tell you something. Evil deeds get met with evil deeds. when you spit in the fucking wind, be fucking prepared to duck, because that shit's gonna blow right back at you. And 10 times out of 10, you don't fucking see it coming. I don't give a fuck how you feel about AEW or any other company. It's just the fact that you guys are exactly what Rhea Ripley said. And the more I think about it, it's just, yeah, that's exactly what you are. And I've been telling you, you're a bunch of miserable fucks way before Rhea Ripley did. Because there's nothing. Like I said, it's funny because, you know, like me having an Xbox and a Nintendo Switch, I can tell you, Xbox owners and Nintendo Switch owners don't give a flying fuck what each other's doing, and they can care less what Sony's doing. It's the and I'm being straight up. I see the comments, so I know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's the fucking PlayStation haters always talking about what the fuck the Xbox is doing or Nintendo's doing. Like, bro, if you have a fucking PlayStation, that's what you like. Why the fuck aren't you making videos about Sony gaming and shit? Why are you fucking worrying about what the fuck Xbox has? And it's always, oh, they have literally no games. They're going to go out of business. Right. Y'all said that same shit years ago, and they're not going anywhere. Y'all said the same thing about TNA Wrestling. They're still here. Whack as fuck, but they're still here. You guys always want to claim the downfall. Trust me, your own words and your own personality will come back to you through somebody else that's even worse than you. And some of you will even be too dumb to realize you need to change your ways. But some of you will sit there and feel so stupid. Why? Because I'm a victim of my own actions. I met a scumbag or came across a scumbag that's worse than me. So yeah, no matter how many people like professional wrestling, it's going to always suck. Because you have far too many people that want everything, that want more, just a bunch of spoiled little pussy-ass, big-mouth, tough keyboard warrior brats. That's all the fuck y'all are. A bunch of super nerds. And I know why you don't show your fucking faces, because you're scared. You're going to talk shit and then run into somebody and they're going to say, hey, come here, motherfucker. Because I know why you don't show your fucking faces. And especially you motherfuckers that don't even have fucking channels with any content. You only have a fucking YouTube channel just to go and whore hop from channel to channel to run your mouth about nothing. So yes, y'all, professional wrestling will always suck because you guys want it to. Because you can't accept a company for being what they are. You have to fantasize about every company being a replica of one particular company. And that's just not the way things go. So maybe for you little bitch-made dudes, you need to have a girlfriend. And you know what she need to do? She need to tell you one day, hey, listen, you don't fuck me like my last boyfriend did. I mean, he did things that you could never do. I mean, I know you're different and you do things your way, but I would like it if you fuck me the way he did. But you a bunch of cuck boys, so y'all might even like that shit. Case in point, the real ones know what's up. But you little ditties out there, you guys are hopeless. Y'all need to go get therapy. Hatred gets you nothing. Hatred and anger is nothing but self-punishment. Grow up. That's all I got for you guys. Catch you on the next video.